Alright, what's going on, guys? Arif here. Welcome back to the new episode of the whatever. I have no name for this kind of talk, this kind of podcast, but I'm just, like I said before, I'm just gonna shoot the shit. In my previous video, I was talking about, having been a parent and trying to juggle responsibilities and priorities when it comes to being in a band and all that. How do you guys do it, man? I am a parent myself. My son is 4 years old, going to be 5 next year, really soon. Time flies fucking fast, man. I have no idea. I mean, it's just like yesterday. He was just a teeny tiny baby, and now he's half of my height. I mean, more than half of my height, and he's gonna be a tall boy, man. This Akil. Love him so much. I was talking about the previous video regarding the being a parent in a band and all that. So how do you guys do it? I've asked you guys this question twice in 2 minutes. So yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be so negative and all that with all the negative side of being in a band and also juggling stuff. But I've been in a band for quite a while now. Even before Wormrod existed, I was in a band called Flash the Scotch. We played brutal death metal. That was decades ago. But I'm still vocaling back then. I used to play drums as well for that for that band. Just a short period of time, which I suck real bad, and we gotta get it. We gotta have a new drummer. So so we did, and everything hit off from there. And everything when you were young and all that, you don't have that much responsibilities and all that. Everything is about having fun and go ape shit and get fucked up and all that. You stayed overnight, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, and you are still drinking and all that. So dude, nowadays though, when you are married and you have a son, dude, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. latest, you already start to, drain yourself out. So those days of having fun are sort of gone. So I know some of you parents out there are still living life. That's great. I'm happy for you. So it's amazing. You could, be that kind of way. Probably we live different lifestyle. Can I say that? Different lifestyle. As you guys, most of you guys know, I am from Singapore, and Singapore is a quite a stressful country to be. And at the same time, it's clean. Chewing gums are still banned, in Singapore. But I mean, we're Singaporeans are getting used to that. I mean, we are born and raised here in Singapore. So I mean, we get interviews when whoever interviewed Womra saying that Singapore is a very strict country. How do you guys survive and all that? Yeah, we are still standing strong, I guess. We are used to it. So same goes, to other third world nation and all that. People are interviewing them and how do you survive there, And they basically replied, yeah, it's tough, but we are still living, I mean, there's protests going on and all that. So I guess it's for the better good, in terms of, if you're talking about the future of changing the world to a better place and all that, blah blah, which I find it pretty, fucking redundant. I've said this gazillion times already. The world has already been fucked. So we humans are trying their best to get this world to be circulating on the correct pace. So yeah, as I was saying, I was in a band for a very long time, man. Exploring different musics and all that. Then I met ASEAN. ASEAN and I actually was in the same secondary school. We were from Meichin Secondary, and I've known her since I don't know 98 or 99. So yeah, and a few years after, we kind of lost track. She's doing her own thing. I'm doing my own thing. I was in Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts in art school taking fucking interior design course. So I've completed that course and received a diploma and all that blah blah. But it kind of doesn't really relate to what I'm doing now. So I mean, it kind of helps, when it comes to my artworks and all that. I kind of apply some of the techniques sort of to be in my artworks. So that's a good thing. So years after that, I started, we have issues with my ex band Flash Discord. So I'm kind of drifted apart from them and started my own band, recruiting Rashid, to be in Warm Rod, playing a little more simpler, straightforward punk grind-ish back then. Yeah, and after that, blah blah blah, history speaks for itself right after. And we got married, ASEAN and I, and like right after we received, blessing, which is my son, Akil, 4 years ago. And things get pretty tough. I'm sure dads or even moms out there, when your child is only like a few months old, you have to be there 24/7. You still have to be there for them 24/7 now. I'm just trying to say that you have to be on site, inside, with their surroundings and all that, to be extra cautious. You can't leave them alone, even in the house. You might afraid he might hurt himself, or that kind of thing. So it's pretty tough, especially this is just one child. This is just my point of view. I know you parents out there have 2, 3, 4 kids. I hats off to you, my friend. So yeah, things got tough because we need to juggle between our son first, which is the priority, of course, and day jobs as well, juggling that, and as well as Wormrod, the band. At that point of time, is our prime time, when we just release voices, and my son just few months old and all that. And at the same time, I've been hectic with Rod works as well, my artworks. So it's pretty, I don't know if you can see from my eyes, this eyes gone through tons of shit. Not saying that all these things are shit, but it kind of, I don't know, it kind of brings you down to the ground. Like I was floating back then, so now I'm just feel like, you get tired easily. You need your naps. You need your fucking naps, and I'm only 35. It feels like I'm 50. But I try my best not to bitch, but it's the fact. So yeah, man, it really does brings you down closer to the ground once you have a family. This is just for my case, because I was quite an asshole back then. I'm probably an asshole now, but way lesser. I hope so. So yeah, it kind of brings you down to the ground, and you feel that new responsibilities, new priorities you have to face. It's like another phase of life. You know, People used to take care of you, and now it's your turn to take care of, your son, and as well as your parents. My parents are not getting any younger as well, so illness and all that starts coming in, and yeah, it's pretty hectic, But well, I would try my best to be as strong emotionally and also physically. This is just for the sake of your parents and our own family. Your wife needs you, your son needs you, your mom needs you, and your dad needs you. Your band members needs you. Your clients needs you, and as well as your day job needs you. So I am trying my best not to go fucking insane, and I guess that's how it is. Yeah, I'm just going with the flow. I'm not changing anything. Like, I mean, if life permits you to be a father, then be the greatest father for your son or for your daughter, for your children. Just be. I'm talking all this is just to advise myself also. At the same time. So it's tough juggling all these priorities, but what's even way tougher is that when you are on tour and you start missing your family and all that. You've been away for 2 weeks, dude. Even 2 weeks feels like an eternity. You keep checking, you keep calling your wife, back home, is everything okay? And likewise, man, your wife tend to, call you up on tour. Is everything okay? Especially ASEAN, she manages the tour as well. So it's really tough, you're not seeing your child, for 2 weeks. And I just got to know that Womrod will be, touring a lot next year. So that's gonna be pretty tough for me, because in the history of Womrod, I guess this is probably the longest we've ever gonna tour. In the history of Womrod, we've been touring. Back then was 2 months. So 2 months without your own family. You were still single, and you're not really juggling a lot of responsibilities. That's fine, I guess. So, but when it comes to now, you're gonna tour longer than 2 months. So from what I've heard, it's gonna be like 4 months, I guess. So 4 months of not seeing your family is pretty rough. But yeah, I guess Womrod grew bigger than the three of us. So these kind of sacrifices I have to make for the bigger picture. The bigger picture is a win-win situation for the family as well, and as well as for Womrod, sake. I've been contemplating to quit the band. I mean, this was years ago, just because, we started a family. I started a family and all that. I was intending to quit the band, but Rashid talked to me and all that. Are you really, really sure you want to quit the band and all that? So, and we started talking about the consequences and what we will be missing if I'm not around. I mean, yeah, he kind of make shitloads of sense. So all the hard work down the drain, which is really sucked. So, and I don't know, this kind of music thing, it kind of acts like a temporary escape from reality. but it all depends on individuals actually. So I'm not that kind of person that easily switched off reality and just playing all day fantasy wise. But reality is always stuck at the back of my head, and whenever I'm on tour, I try to be, as positive as possible, not to show, the listeners or the showgoers that I'm having a shitty day and all that. That's really a big no. I will try my best to be, as accommodative as possible, even though, shit's got really busy in my head, man. So yeah, we've been touring a lot, So I guess when you talk about income wise, I guess it's fine, it it does help. I guess it helps a lot, and this is what I'm talking about when it comes to supporting the family. Talking about risk, this is the risk that I'm talking about. Doing what you really love, and also you're able to put at least some food for the family on the dining table and all that. So yeah, man, being a parent of these kind of situations is really tough, and not to mention you have to pay bills, and your light bills and your electricity bills and your garbage disposal bills, and what else, phone bills and all that. And at the same time, you have to take care of your own sanity. Like I mentioned before, a lot of people need you, so you have to be strong for them. Because especially when it comes to your own family, if you have an amazing wife who understands what you are all about, and she supports your passion to play overseas, to be on tour, to be in a band, at the very least, support your passion and all that. It really, I don't know, she will be your pillar of strength. You have a problem, you are depressed at work, you are so exhausted from work. Your wife, I'm not sure about, I'm talking about ASEAN, so she helped me a lot, mentally, because we can't just, digest everything. Fathers out there, if you are listening to me, if you are going through some really hardship, the bad days, we have good days and bad days, so try to be as calm as possible, and try your best to be as open to your spouse. Or if your spouse is not that kind of supportive with hope not, so I mean, reach out to other sources, man. I mean, chill out with your friends, who can really listen to you. I know some friends are just just listening to 1 year and kind of block you off. But yeah, find that friend to talk these kind of things to him or her. It's just try your best to keep yourself sane, man. I mean, these kind of things, it's just so, sometimes it's just too overwhelming for you to digest. You should to understand what the fuck is going on. Can I resolve this? Sometimes you can really resolve it yourself. You need a second opinion, a third opinion from a wider perspective. You need that view, other people's view, other people that you trusted, who is legit, has great advice, because you can only see yourself through mirrors, and that's about it. Other people, person who who understands you the most can see you from the outer picture. Maybe she or he has a better understanding of resolving your fucking issues. So try not to be as egoistic as possible as well, man. You especially when you have a child, you have children, you are married, you have parents that needed you at this age. And ego, you can shove that shit right up your ass, because you can have all that back then when you are young and without responsibilities and all that. But now, try to be, like I said before, to be close to the ground as possible, because you only live once in this life. And try not to be a fucking douche all your life, man. If you are a douche then and you are a douche now, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's like, come on. I mean, what's the motive here? To get everyone to be hated on you or something? Is that your goal in life? I mean, if that is your goal in life, then congratulations. But other than that, what's the positive side of being a fucking douche and making other people, you have no idea what that person is going through. But if you're being a douche on top of that, and to destroy that person without knowing what is he going through in his life, what phase is he in, and I mean, you should be decapitated or something, man. Holy shit. At this day and age, 2019, if you're still a fucking douchebag and asshole piece of shit, more power to you, I guess. You have a goal in life. Everybody has a goal in life. If being a douchebag is your goal, then yeah, thank heavens that not every single one in this world, is a fucking douchebag. So I just need to let this out. It acts kind of like some therapeutic thing, whereby you can talk to, I don't know, I'm not sure who is listening to me right now, but it kind of acts like a therapeutic kind of thing, just advising myself at the same time. Look, dude, guys, I'm not perfect either. I have my flaws as well, still learning at this age. I'm 35, and we learn along the way, and we try to improve along the way. If you are, there's no progress, or there's consistent or decreasing amount of, improvements, that you really need some help. So, and I guess that's it for now. I'm not gonna abuse you guys with too long of a fucking talk. So let me know, man, parents out there. I don't care if you are a father or a mother, you have issues and all that. How do you juggle stuff? Did I even mention how did I juggle stuff? I guess not. So that being said, I'm still juggling stuff. I'm still prior. I can't even mention the fucking word, prioritizing stuff. So I'm still learning along the way. Like I said, I'm not perfect either. So you guys, let me know, man. How do you cope with these kind of things? If you are a father, even if you are single right now, how do you live your life? I guess I'm sure it's pretty great, because there's no weights over your shoulder, that kind of thing. So yeah, man, I just do not wish I tried my best to get this podcast to be in 26 minutes mark. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in and listen to me blabber. I am very sure I left out a lot to say, but that's always next time. So yeah, guys, let me know. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like the video. If you dislike the video, by all means, I don't care either. This is my channel, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Talk about whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, once again, do check out the Rodcast as well. Is the THE, of course, ROTCAST. So we have now 8 episodes there. So do check it out. And mad props to especially to Fias and also Irwan for giving us content for the Rodcast and all that, and especially to Irwan because he handles all the uploading, the editing, and whatsoever. So mad props to you, boss. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, I'm going off to work very soon. So thanks for tuning in once again. Take care, stay safe, and don't be a fucking douchebag. Peace.